The real term of spirituality is what they called apotheosis, which is the process of the human becoming divine. And spirituality today is just a position that people, assume, they declare that they're spiritual without undertaking this process in development, this apotheosis, this rebirthing of their body in a different energy field, basically. You look across the board and nobody's really doing it. See, we're born and our bodies look for food. And we basically have to purge the body of its dependencies upon food or the outside world. And then we have to prepare the body for the invocation of this new symbol, which we would assign to breath, but the real term is prana, the life force. And you rebirth your body in this new energy field. The other thing is that we start out and we're drawing from duality or fear and limitation. Duality is matter and basically mind. Those are the energy fields that are recognizable. Now, what spirituality is basically it's a rebirthing of the body. You separate from mother, or you separate from the outside world, and then you rebirth your body in this new energy field. When matter and mind come together with truth and wholeness, it impregnates the seed of the mind. Initially, your conscious mind is small, your field of awareness is narrow, and you kind of feel like a victim. Everything is happening to you. When matter and mind come together with new information and it impregnates the seed of the mind, your mind opens. There's a gestation period for consciousness. And it all depends on what energy field you're drawing from. The steps that we use, we follow yoga and the 8 essential stages of yoga. But it's skillful use of thought, skillful use of breath, skillful use of water, skillful use of food, skillful use of exercise. See, what I've recognized is that in most of our spiritual communities today, very few people are using the body in the formula. It's all academic, it's all intellectual. And in order for us to truly become spiritual, we need to work with the physical body in conjunction with the right information. See, if your body is longing for fear and limitation, you can't get spirit into the body. If you've ever read The Fall from Eden in the Bible, it tells us pretty straightforward that, we come in with this original sin. Sin is an archery term. It means missing the mark. It comes from the Latin sine, meaning without. So your body comes in and it's longing for fear and limitation. It's looking for mother, basically. And then what we had to do is we had to be taught how to separate from mother. The average person today does not get out of infantile defense mechanisms. See, as infants we need mom and dad. If we don't have mom and dad, we're going to die. Seeking approval in decision making. My need to be desirable, basically. Just look at a TV commercial and it targets infantile defense mechanisms. It's your need to be desirable. And the average person just doesn't get out of that because nobody is teaching us how to do it and what it would look like if you were doing it. Well, then you would basically separate from the outside world and you would rebirth your body in this inner environment. You would have the benefit of internal support. You would be able to be more intelligent in decision making, and it would change the exchange of energy that you had between you and your environment. Like I said, what we call normal behavior is usually just control dramas. We're competing for energy in a limited level. On a deep psychological level, people need external reinforcement. And that's the driving force between most of our therapies. And why they're ever-ending, never-ending situations, because it perpetuates this regressive cycle. The solution is found when you teach the individual how to separate from the fear and limitation that we talked about and reconnect to a more reliable resource. That's what being spiritual really is.